Good afternoon, everybody. Microphone check, screen check. Looks like everything is working correctly here. Good, good. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully you've had a great day of trading so far, and you've had some decent movement to play with. All things considered, looking at the way the market is going into this election day, we've had quite the rally to the upside. Man, that 9:30 rally once the market opened up was just bonkers to the upside, with screaming higher with very good continuation. And now we're finally seeing a little bit of a pullback. So in the grand scheme of things, looking at this movement that we've got going on, kind of gauging what the market's trying to do here, this was an obvious breakaway move. Right, there's definitely no questioning that. But once we started coming back up to the highs, now we've got a bit of a kind of head and shoulders formation, or kind of a wedge. There's a lot of different ways to really kind of mark that one up. And either way, they broke down and failed to make a new high and rolled back over. So we're starting to create these bearish indications that, you know, we're running into a little bit of trouble up here. Buyers are having a tough time. Maybe they want to see a secondary push to the downside or something like that. But either way, they're obviously, you know, the buyers just aren't interested in coming in yet. Otherwise, we'd see some better continuation back up. So now we can wait to see what the market wants to do from here, going into power hour, 3 o'clock to 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock on election day. This should be interesting. A little bit of sideways action. We're stuck in a big buy zone right now, which is kind of what I'm waiting to see in terms of how they what they want to do from here. Are we going to break higher, break lower, etc.? 2 seconds. All right, there we go. All right. Now we can see what these bad boys want to do here. Buyers trying to get it to lift back higher, but still waiting. Still dipping a little bit deeper into buy zone support and running into a bit of an issue overall, just kind of hanging out. We're not really getting very much movement in the bigger picture of up or down. In the nearer term, definitely down. In the medium term, more neutral. Now the market just going a little bit more sideways. Not a ton really going on so far going into the end of the day. It's a little bit of back and forth. Sellers currently in control with the most recent 5-minute bar pushing down pretty aggressively. Nice strong bear bar. See if sellers can keep this going, or if buyers are going to try to take back over. All right, now we wait. Let's see if we can find some tunes. All right, now I wonder if I bring this all the way down, if you guys hear the music. So I don't want to interrupt anything you guys are playing too. Do you guys hear any music? Just out of curiosity. If you guys can, then it just got real heavy in here. Buyers trying to get a little bit more continuation to the upside. We're still deep inside that bullish zone. If buyers are interested, this is going to be where they're interested from. Nice rally to the upside for buyers here. See if they can get a little bit more continuation. Nice strong drive back to the upside. Now we're kind of sitting on, it's sort of hard to see here on the slower, I say slower, on the 500 tick as if this is slow. But there's kind of a three-press top. If you look, you've got that first move up, second move up, and the pullback was on that wick, and now they're creating the third. So you've got kind of that three-press high in the micro scale that might be looking for a bit more of a pullback. It could allow buyers to try to come in on a slightly better price dip. Honestly, a lot of buyers probably wouldn't mind 53.50s. Given the aggression off the top of the zone here, I'm going to hold off. I don't want to hit it too quickly, but if we can see buyers coming in on a quick little dip or a washout, that would make sense for buyers to try to push in. Yeah, they just chunked right through the area I wanted to see them hold. Next area is going to be in the 46s. Whoops. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch the microphone. Unless the buyers can take it back now, which is still possible, they're going to have a hard time. At least in the short term. Kind of bounced off the inside of that, the top of the bull zone there. 246s to 43 is kind of a nice little zone of interest there for buyers. More so around the 43s. Some pretty good support down there that might be waiting. Right in there. See if you can get a little bit of a dip down there. Buyers still having a heck of a time getting anything going. Nice bull bar, though. They're trying. Again, though, right back to the inside of that top of the of the bull zone, and it's acting like resistance pushed it right back. All right, see if they can get that dip down into that zone of interest. We just broke above the highs and failed, so I would like to see a response down here first before I go just flipping orders on the table. That was a pretty strong push there. Buyers still trying to get it to go and having a little bit of a hard time. All right, sorry, don't mind that. Echo, echo, echo. I was checking to see if you guys could hear the music. Bull's actually fairly strong off of that, not really letting it dip too far. Gonna really have to break the highs, though. I want to see them get a new higher high or something with a little bit more oomph to it. They're not getting that higher high. It's making this a little bit awkward. All right, well, that's a pretty nasty bear bar off the top. I don't know that I would really want to mess with that a whole lot. Now, if that bear bar fails and starts trapping in shorts, then that might be an opportunity for those earlier shorts to get out of break even and buyers to reverse it up out of this big bull zone. Really nice bull bar attempt to go higher. Look to see if I can pick up on the bid here for longs just to try to get it to pop back up through the highs here. I'd like to see it charge into the 60s, maybe into the 62s. That's kind of the optimal zone of interest to see if they can jump back up there. A little bit more. I think I can. I think I can. All right, I'm going to jump out there. That was a weak response, and that's not really what I wanted to see. I wanted to see them follow through with another really strong bull bar, and it closed back kind of far on itself. If they give me another reason to re-enter, I might take it, but I would like to see it dip back below 56s. Okay, bulls are continuing up. It looked like they were trying to trap it. They still haven't gotten through the highs, though. You can see the nervousness here. It's like, are we gonna go? No, no, maybe not. Everyone's getting all bunched up. Nice strong bear bar to the downside. It'll be pretty good information if the bears don't trigger underneath that and it goes back up again. That could be a potential bullish indication. Or triggering below the bear bar and then closing up as a trap. All of those things would be good signs for buyers to try to get going. Big bull pop to the upside. I'm going to see if I can grab this pullback for a quick scalp back up again. I like this move to see if they can jump back above the 62s towards the 65s. I'm going to jump a little bit out on that one. Didn't get the initial response that we wanted, but it's still valid. They're holding that bullish support. Upside objectives, again, back through like the 64s to 65s would be nice. I would prefer to see maybe even a little bit further. But that's where the moving average is on the 5. There's a nice target there. Keep on going. All right, looking for more continuation to the upside. Nice breakout move to the upside as well, so no reason to necessarily exit on this. Even if it does start pulling back, bulls are still very, very strong here. Now we start clearing into the 75s, we might have some reason to exit on an overextensive high. All right, I'm going to close out of my last one there. The next objective, if it does keep going higher, is going to be in the 85s, but I was only able to hang on to 2. I dropped one of them just to play it safe. Nice ramp to the upside, though. Pretty strong bear bar off the top, and now the 5-minute charts. The 5-minute candle's not looking great here. They got to close this back up. See if bulls can keep this going. Man, nice pullback. Buyers holding the moving average and continuing to ramp it back up again. If bulls are going to defend, they're going to want to try to do it around this area, but these bears are coming in pretty hot and heavy. That's a strong bear bar with a lower high. I don't want to mess with that. There's still 300 and something ticks left, too. A lot of room for movement, so it might end up being a trap. All right, buyers trying to kick it back up again. The area above 70s, that's where things get a little bit interesting. I'm going to grab one of them long here above, now that we've triggered above that bear bar, to see if we can keep this going to the upside. I do like this for more up into the 75s, potentially 80s. It's a second long, it's firing off, but weak bull bar response, and it's kind of forcing to buy pretty high when the 5-minute's still unsure. I'm not going to put too much risk on the table. Nice little washout, though. Very big washout. Nice push to the downside. See if you can get this to ramp back up above the 62s, back in towards, honestly, I mean, if this wants to get some legs, we could see it jump into the 75s. Some targets off around that break-even point, and now seeing if we can get that last one to go. Nope. Backed up way too much. I tried to hang on to it once it slid back down, but once it got back to break-even and started ramping back up towards the top of that bear bar, I'm not going to hang out if it's not going to go. Now, if we can see more failure from the sellers and another reason to get long, then sure. But this lower low, lower high, weakness from the bulls. There's too many red flags here for me to want to stay long. Abandon ship. For now. See if the bulls can take it back. Bulls are giving it a shot here. Picking it up below the previous bull bar. They're trying to get it close above the falling resistance. Ooh, and they got a nice close above that falling resistance. I'll grab one long here to see if we can get this to continue back up. A little bit of a pullback sub 65s might get buyers back in on a retest. But that's a nice break of falling resistance, trying to get a continuation back up above the highs. Beauty. Nice. Target off. Just a quick one, but very nice pop above that entry point. Now, it might backfill here for scalpers to try to jump in around the 6750s again. Ooh, they might not let it go that far down. Buyers are seeming skittish here. I'm going to pick up a long. I don't think they're going to hang out much longer here. I'm going to add to it. They're building up a lot of energy, and if we can get it to crack above the 7250s and nice rush up to the 75s next. Nice. Nice. Off. Beautiful pop. That was that little squeeze through the top. Very nice. A little bit more continuation potential through the highs back up towards 77. I wasn't sure if it was going to go, but finally decided to follow through. New highs. Well, new swing high. Whew, man. Big jump to the upside. Wow. Big jump to the upside. Holy crap. Buyers are hoping for a pullback, hoping, which usually means that pullback's not going to come. I'm buying into it a little bit more aggressively up here for a continuation pop to the highs. But if they're not going to follow through, I'm not going to stay in it. I'm going to draw my average down with this pullback to try to get a more beneficial location. See if we can get a continuation now that we've finally got a bear bar. Upside objectives back up towards the highs. Beautiful. Now looking to see if they can get a bit more continuation. Great jump to the upside. Now we've got to see some follow through. I don't want to see too much of a pullback because it is stuck high. I want it to keep on chugging. I'm going to jump ship on that. I don't like that at all. That was too strong of a bear bar. I hate bear bars when they show up like that on the top. Those drive me nuts. Those are the ones where if you're not careful, they end up reversing the day and you get stuck holding the bag if you're not too careful with your stop placements. And that's no fun. Buyers likely looking for a bit more of a pullback now. This rally higher has been very aggressive. Honestly, if the buyers can get a zone back towards like the 280s, that's going to be the area of a lot of interest to see more continuation. Buyers trying to buy the dip, buying on a little bit cheaper pricing. Still getting pinned to the highs here. What a ramp to the upside. Again. Gigantic bull bar 72. Making a statement. A little bit of a flush back down towards the... Man, I would love to see like the 81 halves. That was a pretty big wick rejection off the bottom there. They might not make it up to that next one. Nope. Jumped all the way back up again. Still interested in the pullback, but the pullback keeps getting a little bit higher. I would love a trap at 83.50, a quick little dip underneath that low. Now, realistically, it's kind of up to the lows. See if they can get a little jump down underneath that. Just want a little washout, that's all. Might not get it. We do have some candle gapping up on bar 71 currently to 73, showing that there is some potential further upside momentum. So the pullback doesn't have to happen. Big strong bull bar at the top. I'm going to see if I can grab this for a quick breakout above the highs. I like this for a snap. 11,300's tested. If we can snap above that, might get a nice little 2-3 point pop. A lot of pent up energy here. Weak bear bar doesn't necessarily prove anything. That's not that big of a deal. I do like that dip lower. I didn't get the fill though. Didn't get the fill again. There we go. A little bit of a trap on the lows to see if this can rifle back up towards the 300s. A lot of buyers will have bought above that bull bar and with that weakness move their stop up underneath that low, which is a bad spot for it. That's a sucker stop. Buyers looking to soak contracts will be hanging out there just waiting. Yes, please. Now's their chance to get back above 300. Big, strong bull bar. First target off. Nice. Continuation. Looking to take the other one off. We're not getting that thing to really break out there. There we go. All right, let's get a stop in here. I'm not really willing to give this back much. And just let it run. See how far this thing can go. Speaking of soaking contracts, a stop below that low just looks like they're begging to break it. I'm going to ratchet a stop up real tight. Nice breakout above the highs, but I got to see it keep going. Keep on chugging, NASDAQ. This is just the icing on the cake. Big question is now, can it keep going? Nope. Guess not. All right. Out. Oh, yeah, of course. I forgot. Soaking orders. We were just talking about that. Well, whoever I gave my order to, you're welcome. Nice pop back up through the highs again. Awesome continuation. $335, starting to get into the later part of the day here. Election day, a lot of stuff going on. This whole week is going to be, hopefully, pretty wild. Hopefully in the sense that it still has a good enough bid ask to get filled at without too much slippage. Pretty heavy sell move to the downside with some candle gapping on the 500 tick. Candle gapping on the 500 tick isn't a huge deal. The candles are so small that it's not going to make a massive difference, but it is something to pay attention to. That's adding more context to a potential bearish move. Beautiful little bull bar off the moving average there. Buyers may just try to take that one for risk reward's sake. Yeah, they did end up taking it. Wow. Big bull move to the upside. Buyers will be looking to hit a pullback, really, of any kind. But here's the thing. Buyers may be looking to come in, but this is also sellers defending their previous entry point, right? Remember that earlier high, that really strong bear bar off the top? We just bounced right off that break-even point. It's right there. Very important to see what happens here on this. Inside bear bar doesn't prove necessarily too much. All right, there's the buyers. Nice continuation. That went bull engulfing to the upside, leaving behind a little bit of a candle gap at 310. So 310 will be a zone of interest for buyers to potentially try to backfill a little bit. Markets don't like leaving open gaps like that. That means it's unfinished business. I wish it wasn't so close to the end of the candle, though. Yikes. That candle close, what is that? Yikes. Still have some really, really strong continuation to the upside. And looking at the 5-minute, as far as candle gapping to the upside goes, we've got some fairly obvious candle gapping there, which we actually just cycled off of the target of. Gotcha. Yeah, the upside target for that candle gap is 317. The high that we just put in was 17.25. Okay. Things are starting to make sense as to why it's having a little bit of trouble up here. They're trying to get something going. Strong bear bars off the high again. A nice strong bull bar looking like this might be enough to try to push the top again. You really want to see it close up on itself, though. Pretty good bull bar. I'll give it a shot there. I like that for an attempt to break the highs. First target off on that pop. See if they can keep going. stop is in. Whoa. Whoa. Hello. I just got my stop in. The market went ballistic. Well, had I known it was going to do that, I wouldn't have put my stop in so fast yet. Jeez. Very nice pop there. Market's now up 2.4%. If the buyers are going to take it, this is kind of the... I mean, really, if buyers are going to take it, they're not going to want to see much through... Let's say through here. If it starts cracking much below the 16s, it's kind of game over until the 10s. Oh, I forgot my clock. There we go. Wrong screen. Potential for bulls to try to get that continuation to the upside, but they're just rifling right through this zone. It just ripped right through it. Next zone of interest is going to be a little bit further down just to see if maybe the deep dips want to come in. It's starting to look like a V-top, though, which is not good. Very big consecutive run of bear bars there. And this is also a completion of that bull gap target. There was a candle gap between 72 and 74, but that's already filled in. Not really anything to worry about there. Well, I guess we're here, and now we're not. There it goes. And it's gone. Okay. They didn't make a new low below that previous swing, 98.25. Came back and tested 300. Nice bull pop to the upside. Normally, I'd say, hey, nice washout, possible short, but the market's up 2.25%. Not really looking for washouts for shorting. I want to see washouts to buy. Little consolidation here, kind of a small little wedge if you sort of look between the lines. Buyers trying to break out. I'm going to look to come into this move to the upside. I like this for a possible breakout of the wedge. Not anymore, though. I'm going to jump back out around that break even. I don't know. No. I don't like that. No thanks. Heavy bear bar to the downside. Big gross wick on the top of the 5-minute. Nice bull bar up. Micro double bottom. Whoa, big jump to the upside. I'm going to see if I can grab this on a quick little pullback. That was a lot of strength that came in there. I'll add a little bit more on that pullback to see if they can get a secondary pulse to the upside. upside objectives through the 15s if it's going to get going. And if it's not going to get going, really don't have to stick around too long, which is the nice thing about this area. Jeez. We're getting whippy. We're getting whippy. I'm going to reduce a little bit here. I'm not seeing that continuation that I want to see. And if it's not going to follow through, then I don't want to hold on to the full amount. See if they can rifle this back to the upside. But it's got to start going soon or sellers are going to come in. Not exactly convincing one way or another. That bear bar 75 is a little bit rough and tumble. Bulls defending pretty aggressively here. Now the big question is, can we get some follow through? So far we've got a doji. That doesn't prove anything. All right, nice bull break to the upside. They're trying to get that move going here. We need more. There you go. That's a lot of wick on the highs, though. That's not fun. I'm going to jump out. I don't like the way that one's moving. Too much back and forth, too much gross. I mean, we are getting into the last 15 minutes, so that's not a surprise by any means. Candle gap objectives filled. Buyers are trying to get this to rotate back up again. Ooh, nice trigger from the bears. Not very good follow through. Sellers are trying to hold it down from the fives, so if they can start cracking back above the fives, then they might be able to take it back. Ask and you shall receive. Jeez. Didn't stick the landing, though. They just kind of fell apart again. Really nice bull pop to the upside there, though. I'll give it one more shot. I like this for a long, and I'd like to see it get a little more continuation. There we go. Beautiful ramp to the upside. First target's off above the highs. Nice. Buyers might be trying to come in on a pullback here. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. The buyer's going to show up to the party here, or what's going on? Nice move. Looking for another long back into it again. Looking like they're going to try to get another continuation pulse, but if it doesn't want to follow through, I'm not going to hang out. Look to add to it a little bit down on this pop just for a false break. Another really nice bull bar. I'll look to add again. Woof. All right, I'm going to jump out. Whoa. Something happened. Final 10 minutes. Here we go. Well, luckily, I mitigated a lot of damage selling on the ask. It's 6 at 5. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't too terrible. Holy crap. Get ready. Lordy, lordy. Well, that was the move that I wanted, but I wanted it to go up, not down. It went the wrong way. Nine minutes left until we move into the end of the day. Careful, that move down probably got a lot of people stuck on the wrong side of things. Just be careful on this rally. This might be a false rally at the end of the day. A lot of buyers really got screwed on that one if they didn't jump out fast enough. So the fact that it backed up above 305, and now we're seeing some pretty heavy response from the sellers, I don't necessarily mind seeing if I can get in on this for the shorts. Looking for a breakdown towards the 90s. Now, the market is still up a lot, so I'm not willing to hang out on this for a long period of time, but I like this for the potential short-term continuation. That's not doing it, so I'm going to jump out on one of them there. See if they can give a little bit more of a push. I haven't lost faith in the shorts, but if they start churning back up again, it's kind of game over. They got to come back in with some oomph. Otherwise, the bulls are going to snap this right back again. That's not good enough. I'm out. I wanted something to cause problems for the bulls. That was a non-issue for the bulls. I still think a lot of buyers are stuck, but it looks like it's going to have to go a little bit further up first. Nice bull jump to the upside. So it was a good it was a good call to get out of that one. That wasn't what I wanted to see. Now we're seeing a continuation back to the upside. Got about 6 minutes or so. Let's see what the buyers want to do. Now that 5-minute chart's looking like a big old strong bull bar. Bull engulfing candle too. Woo. See if we can get the market to pull back a little bit here. Now that we've got a little bit more excess confirmation, right? We've got some proof of a rally higher. And as long as we don't get a strong bear bar off the top, then buyers have a shot. A strong bear bar off the top might be that false rally, so just be careful. Strong bear bars here, I'm not even necessarily opposed to trying to go along with them. But it's more like chucking quarters down a well, you know? Give me a little bit of a washout down underneath the 1750s coming into these final minutes here. Might be kind of nice. That's a heavy... Whoa! Okay. Next time, let me know that you're going to do that, NASDAQ, and I will place a limit order instead of trying to hit the bid. Wow! All right, well, I got swerved on that one. Still potential for this to become a false rally. These are some nasty bear bars up here. This isn't what bulls want to see. Not right at the end of the day. Final 5 minutes. Buyers are hoping this is a washout. Please don't continue. A continuation will probably see another candle in the sequence. Nice bear drop. Sellers are coming in hard. Bulls have been long all day. Final 4 minutes into election day. Time to take profit. I'm going to look to short on this pop to see if we can get a continuation slide to the downside. I like this for a trap around that previous candle's high. Looking for some fear to set in here. Nice jump down. Quick little scalp. Nice push. Get this to back up on itself just a little bit, and scalpers might push back in it again. We've definitely got the fear churning. Nice jump to the upside. Potential short on a washout move for this. Strong bull bar, though, is questionable. I'm going to reduce risk a little bit and draw my average up here. I still like the short, but when they hit the bottom of the bull bar like that, I want to see the follow through. I want to see that bull bar fall on its face is what I want to see, but that didn't fall on its face. I'm going to jump out of that one. If they can follow through with another bear bar, then maybe. We've got 3 minutes left. Nice strong bear bar. I'm going to look to short into this. I really like this area for a potential push back down towards the 85s. Get a nice jump here. First target off at the lows there. Keep going. Keep going and get that fear slide. Moderate bear bar. I'd like to see a bit more. This is when fear starts setting in. All these buyers have been long all day. Oh no, I don't want to give back all of my profit. If it breaks a low, there's going to be more stops. The question is, are those stops eaten up by more buyers, or does it trigger a run? We hit them. Definitely hit them. It's triggering... okay, maybe? Eesh. Sellers are in. There we go. Now we've got some fear. That big bear bar, if that starts going underneath it, there's not many buyers that are going to hang out anymore. Watch them tumble. Watch them fall. Down to the pits with them all. Beautiful drop to the downside. I'm going to look to jump on the first targets there on that one. What a gorgeous drive. Whoo! That's how you end the day. That's what I'm talking about. Keep that fear running. All right, well, I've got a couple meetings to attend to, and I've got a couple other things that I've got to take care of, but a fantastic afternoon of trading. Be careful. Election day, things are going to get nutty for the next couple days, probably, maybe weeks. We'll see, but hopefully you had a great day of trading. Hopefully you had a great morning earlier today, and yeah, that'll do it. So enjoy the rest of the day. Rest up, and we will see you all probably tomorrow, all right? Have a good one. We'll talk to y'all later. Thanks.